Hey Airdrie, Brad Walker here with your real estate market update for January 2022 here in Airdrie. And we had a wild last month of the year last year, and we're going to get into it right here. But before we do, if you could do me a huge favor and scroll down, hit that like button. It really does help me get this video in front of other people who might be interested in learning more about Airdrie real estate and the Airdrie real estate market. And while you're there, if you could also subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell if you want to stay up to date on Airdrie and Airdrie real estate. Well, what a crazy last month of the year we had in 2021. If you take a look at this graphic here, in December we saw over 100 sales happen, 116 sales, which hasn't happened since all the way back in, well, never. It's never happened in Airdrie. We've never surpassed that 100 sale mark in December in any year leading up to 2021. Our previous sales high for December was 89 sales, which was just set the year before in 2020. Now at the end of the month of December, we only had 82 active listings in all of Airdrie, which we haven't seen inventory numbers under 100 properties in Airdrie since the population was about 30,000 people. And now we've got about 2.5 times that amount of people in the city. Now with those high sales numbers and very low inventory, that gives us a month of supply of just 0.71 months. And now for those of you who don't know, who aren't maybe subscribed to the channel, maybe you should do that right now. Months of supply is our metric basically to determine what style of market we're in. Are we in a buyer's market, seller's market, balanced market? And how we determine that is based on that month's supply number. So typically if we're between 2.5 and 4 months of supply, that's gonna be a fairly balanced market. If we go above 4 months worth of supply, then typically we're going to be in a buyer's market where buyers are kind of in control. Prices are usually going down a little bit. Inventory is higher. That would be a buyer's market over 4 months of supply. But once we get below 2.5 months is when we would start to enter seller's market territory where inventory is lower, sales are higher, and prices are typically going up. So with our number of 0.71 months, you could say that we are right now in a very aggressive seller's market as we head into the new year. Now with a month of supply that low, we can be pretty sure about two things. One is that homes are going to sell pretty fast, and two is that prices are likely going to be going up. Now number one is definitely true, as we right now are seeing our average days on market in Airdrie across all styles at about 35 days on average. Now if we look at detached homes, which are the primary selling style in Airdrie, they're selling at about 28 days on market on average right now. And as you may have guessed, prices went up again in December, going up about 1% across the board for the month of December from November, which is giving us about a 13.2% increase to our overall benchmark price in Airdrie. And what we're going to do from there is we're going to break it down between each four of the housing styles that we see here in Airdrie. Now if you take a look at this chart here, you're going to see that detached and semi-detached homes are currently posting a year-over-year price increase of 14.3%. Row homes have seen about an 11.7% year-over-year increase, and apartments, possibly starting to rebound a little bit, are now seeing a year-over-year increase of 3.4%. Now if you remember, if you've seen these other updates I've done in the last year, you've seen apartments kind of go up and down a little bit month to month, whether they're going up, down, but I think this might be the highest that we've seen them from a year-over-year standpoint. So we might be seeing things starting to turn around for that apartment sector. So with all that data, we know that there is a lot of activity and a fast pace out in the market right now as we enter into 2022. But what does that specifically mean to you buyers and sellers that are in the market right now or are going to be in the market this year? To you sellers out there right now, you're in the driver's seat. This is a great market for you right now to be selling your home, but one thing you have to be aware of is not to get complacent or lazy when it comes to selling your home right now. It's true, they're selling fast, but you absolutely want to put your best foot forward still when you hit the market. You want to do the preparation on your home to make sure it's show ready, it's clean, it's staged well, to make sure you can get the absolute top dollar for your home and take advantage of the seller's market while also getting a sale in a really good time frame as well. And you also want to make sure that your realtor isn't getting lazy or complacent about planning, preparing, and marketing your home to get the absolute best result in this market right now. Again, going back to putting your best foot forward, putting your best marketing forward, and getting as many people into that house as possible so you can really start to create that sense of urgency. Now, one thing I find people don't talk about as much in a seller's market is pricing being as important as it is. I believe that you could definitely argue that pricing your home for a listing is even more important in a seller's market, because what happens is if you do stretch the limit a little bit too much and you go a little bit too high, as soon as you hit 2-3 weeks on the market right now with no offers, buyers are going to be out there wondering what's wrong with the house, why hasn't it sold yet, there must be an issue there, things like that. And that reaction is happening a lot sooner than it was 2 or 3 years ago, when a house would have to be on the market for 3-4 months before buyers would get to that point and that reaction to a listing. So making sure you're priced right, pricing at market value to bring in all the interest you can, and getting that quick sale at the top dollar you're going to get right now, very important. And of course, I'd say to any homeowner out there right now, with the price increases that we've seen, if you're just curious about what your home might be worth, or if you are considering a sale, I have a link down below that takes you to a home evaluation form. They're absolutely free to get done, so that you know your market value of your home, you have a good idea of where your investment stands, and you can decide from there if right now is going to be a good time for you to sell, or if you want to hold on to it for a bit longer. So reach out to me anytime you like, or fill out that form and we can definitely get that done for you. Now, for you buyers out there right now, the best advice that I can give you is to just be prepared. Be prepared to go out and home shop with your pre-approval. Be prepared to go up against other people in multiple offers in some situations, and be prepared to create the cleanest offer possible for that seller to want to accept yours over possibly other offers that they received on their listing. Now, there is things that you can do with your offer to make it more appealing to that seller that doesn't always involve being the absolute highest dollar value on your offer, which does help, but there is other things that you can do and different areas that you can negotiate to make it more appealing for that seller so that your offer gets accepted over someone else's. And if you'd like to have a conversation around what can be done to your offer to make it look a bit better, absolutely feel free to reach out. My email, phone number is down below, and I'd be more than happy to answer any questions that you might have around that. If you have any questions at all about buying or selling real estate here in Airdrie, absolutely reach out. You can comment below, you can call or text my phone number, which is also below, or send me an email. I'd be more than happy to chat. Even if you're a ways out, if you just have some questions, let me know. I'd be more than happy to chat and answer those questions for you. And as always, I do have my monthly market report that I send out by email. That can be for the city of Airdrie, or it can be for each individual neighborhood in Airdrie, and on there you're going to see the sales data, what houses sold for how much, and it's a really good way to keep up to date on the market over time, even if you're not selling right this moment. So if you'd like to receive that email report once per month, again, comment below, reach out. I'd be more than happy to get that sent off to you. But that's all I have for you this month. Have a fantastic start to the new year, and we'll see you later.